Hey you, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, you came at the right time. If you're a regular viewer, thank you so much for always coming back to watch my videos. If you have come this far and you're yet to subscribe to my channel, please I'd like for you to do so. Thank you so much. In today's episode of the Bbnaija lockdown highlight, they started out of course with their normal workout session, but this time around it's not business as usual because they were rehearsing for their first Bbnaija. So they rehearsed during the whole process of their workouts. After that, they moved on to the kitchen when Praise was feeling hyped and happy. So he declared that he was going to be making pancakes for everyone, which he did as he promised. Moving on from that, we saw where Watoni was talking to Laycon about the behavior of Katrina earlier. She's like, oh, she knows the kind of person that Katrina is, and because of that, she just decided to, just move forward and move out of Katrina's space entirely, not to accept food or anything from Katrina, because she feels like Katrina is the kind of person that will be like, see, I fed you, so she said she's happy that she took the step of leaving, removing herself from the whole kitchen and feeding thing before any problem happened in the first place. Moving on from that, we saw where Kid and Nengi were having a conversation, and we also saw where Dora and Prince were having a conversation as well. Moving from there, we saw where the game of silence started. I call it the game of silence because Bbnaija has given them a task where they're going to do a fun game. This game is just simply them testing how they know each other without speaking. So they share themselves into two groups. Of course, every gender balanced themselves. There were 20 at the time, so 5 male and 5 female in one team, while the others the same 10. So they had to do, the first thing they did was, without speaking to anybody, arrange everybody according to their age, arrange everybody according to the month they were born, arrange everybody according to their shoe size, arrange everybody according to the time, that the number of times that they auditioned for Bbnaija. The game was quite interesting and I enjoyed watching that. Moving from that, we saw where Neo and Nengi were having a conversation, and they were just talking about how, this thing, money thing, is not just for women or men. According to Neo, he feels like even if men make money, is definitely about the women, that men's world revolves around women. If men make money and they don't have women to spend it with or spend it on, it still doesn't make them feel happy. So they had that conversation. Moving from there, they now showed where they had the continuation of their diary session from last night. So they talked about the people that didn't have the opportunity to do it last night, they did today. What Erica had to say about the head of house was that compared to Nengi and Lucio, I believe that Nengi's reign was better than that of Lucy. Moving on from that, they showed where Kidwire and Erica were doing their whole love thing. Oh, what do you see when you look at me? Oh, what do you this? What do you that? I say, this would have started. Moving from that, they went back to the rehearsal where they were rehearsing, preparing for their show and all that. But the thing that happened in this particular rehearsal was that Praise was the one who was teaching them how to do the dance, preparing for the circus show. So Praise said, Kaisha, I think you should go to the back because you're not getting these moves. You're not even making any effort. So please go to the back. And Kaisha is like, I'm comfortable here. I'm not going to move. I'm not going to the back. He said, see, as the choreographer of this show, I'm saying go to the back. And that actually caused one kind of misunderstanding everywhere. And Kaisha insisted that she was not going to go. Rather, she's going to improve. So they let that be. They let her be. Moving from that, we saw where Erica and Laycon were having a conversation. Erica was telling Laycon that, your mood has been somehow lately. Hope it's not because of me, because this is a time where Erica was starting to get close to Kidwire. So Laycon was feeling some type of way, even though he didn't admit it was because of Erica. He said it wasn't because of her, and then they hugged it out. Moving from that, we saw where Laycon was talking to Nengi, and two of them were talking about Erica and Kidwire, while Nengi was talking about Prince and Ozo. She was telling Laycon that, see, I've told these guys I'm not ready for relationship, especially in the house. In this house, anything relationship, I'm not ready. So he was like, communicate that to him. She said Prince can understand, but I don't know if Ozo is going to hear. Moving from that, then I showed where Erica was complaining about Kid, that Kid is just following different girls and doing the same things that he does with her, and she doesn't think that that is normal, that how would he be doing that, that what differentiates her from the rest of the people, that he's acting like he's a player and all those things. So she doesn't know that why would he be giving the same attention that he gives to her to every other girl in the house. Like, it doesn't make sense to her. So she was just talking to her girls about it. Moving from there, we now saw where Tochi Tochi and Lucy were talking and arguing about this whole cleaning thing. So they are just finished and come into the house. So everybody had their own portion where they were going to clean. This time around, Lucy insisted that Tochi goes outside to clean. And Tochi is like, see, I want to clean inside. I'm not going outside. When everybody cleans inside, we're all going to go outside. And Lucy is like, no, there are a lot of people cleaning inside already. You go outside. He said, you don't tell me what to do. You don't boss me around. Don't tell me to go outside and clean. And she's like, why won't I tell you what to do? Do you realize I'm the head of house? Why do you always, it's like you have a problem with me. This is more than just this cleaning issue. Tochi, what problem do you have with me? And Tochi just really flipped and just got up and walked out. Moving from that, we saw where Lucy was talking about this whole Tochi thing again with Dorothy and Katrina. And Dorothy was of the opinion that Tochi is weird, that Tochi even hardly speaks to anybody and all that. So Lucy is like, see, anybody that does not want to lift a finger, and Tochi is that person that doesn't want to lift a finger, he doesn't want to do anything, he thinks that he's here for holidays, he's just sitting around, that he should get up and work. Moving from that, we saw when Praise and V were having a conversation, and Praise is of the opinion that people are using people in the house. He's saying it's either you are a user or you are a usee. I don't even know where he got that from, but according to him, he's trying to be free with everyone, trying to make sure that he is just cool with everyone, he doesn't have any issues with anyone. So he feels that way he's going to, you know, go far in the house. Moving from that, we saw when Tolani Badge was making amends with Kaisha. You know, they had a drift earlier, but this time Tolani Badge went to meet Kaisha, and she's like, oh, I don't see you as a bad person, I think you're a good person. In fact, when you smile, I like it when you smile, I enjoy it, I see you smile, and it makes me happy. So don't take anything that happened with us seriously. You know, moving from that, we now saw where they had their circus show. Ozo was the one who was leading it, and he came out with this card. I'm like, Ozo, what are you even doing? Like, this a magic trick is not working. How did you do this whole card thing? It was funny, but then again, all in all, their overall performance was really amazing. Come to think of it, I watched this show, but watching it again today, I really enjoyed it, and they did so well. I'm not even going to lie, they did so well. But this time around, they lost their wager because some people had strikes, like not strikes. Some people flouted the rules, like Big Brother said. Some people were whispering, the likes of Nengi, Neo, and some other people. So because of that, they did not win the wager. But Isha commended Praise and V, and he gave them 20 BB coins. Moving from that, when they got in, Katrina wasn't having it. She was so pissed with the fact that because of people's mistakes, they lost their wager. So she was like, see, everybody should better maintain themselves, so don't come here and be making us fail. Whatever it is you are doing, you better put yourself together. Let's not be that it's because of you next time that anything is going to happen to our wager. So she made that comment and all that. Neo just tried to joke it off and just let everything slide. Moving from there, we saw when Prince and Lucy were in the HOH lounge and they were talking. Lucy was crying and feeling sad about the fact that they lost their wager, but Prince was trying to talk to her that, see, it is not your fault. You do not have control over what people say or how people behave. You have done your job as the head of house. You have tried, and that is the only thing you can do. But the fact that we lost our wager, you do not have to feel bad about it. But Lucy is like, see, everybody has done their own. He's like, but Nengi also lost her wager and she didn't feel sad. Nothing happened. And Lucy goes, Nengi is Nengi, it is me. If Nengi lost and she didn't feel bad, me, I lost and I'm feeling bad. So see, just leave me alone. You know what, just move, just leave me alone. So Prince tried to talk to her, but you guys, you know, Lucy, at the end of the day, anything that happened afterwards, I'm sure that Prince probably just left. After that, we saw when Erica was in her feelings. She was crying, feeling lonely, talking to Wathoni them that, oh, that she doesn't know what's going on with her. She just feels really lonely. She's scared. She has fears about 2 things. She doesn't know if she's okay, or she doesn't know if people have her back. You know, all those kind of things. So she was in her feelings, and then Erica and Tolani Badge and Wathoni were just trying to, you know, encourage her to feel better. After this time, we saw where Kid and Tochi were having a conversation, and it is because of the way Erica was feeling. Tochi was like, guy, I think this babe is not feeling okay. What do you think the problem is? And Kid is saying, see, just leave her. I've been trying to talk to her. I've been trying to make her feel like, see, it is nothing. The way I am, she thinks that I'm a flirt. She thinks that I just want to sleep with her, but that is not what it is. There is more to it, but she doesn't want to understand. I'm the kind of person that I'm a smooth talker. That's just how I am, but she doesn't want to understand. So I don't know what else to do. So they had that conversation, and that was how this particular episode came to an end. Hope you have enjoyed this video. I'm going to have to end it here. If you've come this far and you're yet to subscribe to my channel, I do not know what you're waiting for. You know you like me. Until next time, I'm going to see you on my next one. Bye.